Good Friday morning, and welcome to Ice TV, the internal combustion engine age YouTube channel that talks about my cars, my trucks, my SUVs, my dogs, motorcycles, tractors, lawn and garden, boats, yeah, attitude. Morning there, thanks for tuning in to my channel. If you're a new subscriber or just somebody here wanting to watch my channel, and here's the kid with the new little puppy. There's little Kiefer Chiefer. Wow, there's our new little German Shepherd puppy. Yeah, so that's exciting news here for the kid that got herself a birthday present of a German Shepherd puppy. Come on, Scout, let's go. Come on, everybody. Let's go, get the pack. Yeah, gonna get over to the office. And overcast. Now, today was supposed to be a sunny day, I thought. I didn't think it was supposed to rain today, but I just can't keep track. Come on, Pops. Come on, Scotty. Get the dogs in the office. Yeah, got a pack of 4. We're going to a pack of 5. Come on, Scout. Let's go. Come on. Driving the Ford Power Boost here. This Ford Power Boost is so nice. I mean, I'd give up that electric F150 Lighting for this thing all day long. This truck is just so powerful. I'm averaging 19.8 miles per gallon. So that fuel economy, they told me, was fake information, fake news. Yeah, this Power Boost, I swear, was supposed to be like a 23 mile per gallon vehicle. I don't know, maybe I'm delusional, but I might get it, never seen it, but it's a solid 19. So that was fake news. Well, that was fake information. So what are we talking about today? We're going to talk about the fake information in society more than ever in our lifetime. Are we living in the most fake times of our lifetime? How about that G-pad, huh? Hey, Will. Hey, Will. So here's Will. Willow, come on. Time to go in. Time to go in, buddy. Yeah, I got a big project here. This Ford F150 trimmer. Planning on getting my steps put on that thing. That's the goal. Hopefully. 3 to 5 hour project. I'm just not excited. Jesus Christ. Just jumping out of that truck. I should get excited because that thing kills you. Put my barn opener away here. Get the thing going. Set up my kid's new helmet with the Cardo Bluetooth thing. That was that last night. And that was a freaking project. Just trying to get that thing. Not that hard actually. But in so many aspects it is. Hondas. Want to ride the Hondas. My thoughts are we'll ride the Hondas. I kind of really want to do that. Need to get them up and down the road just to keep them moving. Not good to leave vehicles sitting around. Only got one Harley up here. And the list goes on. Come on, pups. Time to get in the office. Let's go. Come on. And get things going for the day. Got my little barricade system for the terrorizer puppy German Shepherd dog that bites the heck out of you with those sharp little teeth. Those aren't fake teeth. It's Friday. Is it Friday? Wow. It's hard for you to believe a week ago we were in Tennessee. And it's just hard for me to believe it. That's already been a week ago that we were down in Tennessee. And so the company that's doing my work on my F450, they're getting called out by Geico. They ain't buying a big ticket bill. So they're forcing the hand that you got to buy non-OEM parts because their bill's too big. So I actually emailed the body shop guy and said, hey, I got a personal friend of mine, Kareem Sterling Ford. Hey, Ward, if you're watching my video this morning, great guy. He does take really good care of me. And I said, so I emailed him the parts list. Now I would be curious to what his prices are compared to the Friendship Ford down there in Bristol, Tennessee, and this body shop. What type of deal? So it's interesting is this morning he emailed me saying we don't use customer parts. I mean, well, that ain't my customer parts. If a Ford dealer out of town ships you the OEM parts, that's Ford parts. So I haven't responded yet, but part of me is like, oh, but I get it. I'm a businessman. I get it. You have to inflate the deal because you know that the insurance company is going to go chop away your prices. But at the same time, is that fake prices? Meaning inflated prices. So I can't wait to see my buddy Ward price out that ticket of what they are billing Geico for, because it's over 10 grand. It's close to $11,000. And so Geico is at basically like 85, like $8,700. I mean, that's where they are. So there's close to a $2,000 difference from what Geico will pay and they'll pay. Once again, what's really interesting is the owner of that body shop instantly this morning shot me an email from late yesterday evening that, we don't accept, but he's like, but let me work on it. Let me see what I can do. Yeah, okay. All right, well, let's see what you're going to do, all right? He's like, yeah, I'll kind of like a message like, all right, I'm going to handle it. We'll make this thing work. I don't know. Who knows? Everybody knows. I mean, is it the fake price anymore? I mean, oh my gosh, anymore. I mean, how do you hold it back anymore? How does the average person just hold in all the fake crap we are witnessing in our lifetime? The fake agendas, the fake news. I mean, it's infinite. The fake statistics. It's just, who isn't just sick of it? The fake pricing. I mean, I'm not here to, anybody here can point the finger at me all day long, and I'll take it. I agree with you. The ridiculous amount of money that people are paying for things, it's beyond believable. Just like down there in Tennessee, my favorite Indian dealer, I mean, I want to get a slingshot R. But I tell you what, I really kind of hammered down the numbers with them. I mean, oh my gosh, the amount of money they're wanting down there for that slingshot R versus I can go somewhere else. I'm just like, this is beyond believable. And they add this in and add that in. And I'm a business owner. I owned a retail lawn and garden equipment dealership. I have friends that own motorcycle dealerships. This malarkey of shipping and freight and back end, you got to charge these people for the setup and freight, all this crap. The manufacturers, they will discount and give back to these dealers. So there's so many things that these dealers claim are getting charged, and it's like, yeah, really? Okay, wow. So the bottom line is, if you want to go price something, I feel like I'm going to sneeze any second here. I'm going to be eating my own words, right? But I mean, so anymore. So here's the bottom line. If you want to go price like a motorcycle, just factor $2,000 that they're going to save between shipping and handling and back end freight and setup. And then they're going to have their other administration fees. I mean, so the reality is it's $3,000. And what I learned from Chesapeake Harley, the owner up there, when I bought that Fast Johnny, I never really focused on this. But wow, and I never really even thought about it. And I'm sharing with you what I learned buying that Fast Johnny Harley Davidson. The motorcycle industry has no controls of regulation of them selling and pricing their motorcycles. Did you just hear me? The motorcycle industry has no federal government or state guidelines of how much they can charge you for a motorcycle. The automotive industry, it's a whole different ballgame. You have to post the price of the car on the vehicle, and it has to be known to the consumer what the price of the vehicle is. So for the motorcycle industry, they don't have to put any pricing on these units. And don't get me wrong, your car industry can charge whatever they want per se to a degree in a car, but it's such more of a product that you have so much information access to that usually the reality of the pricing. But the motorcycle industry, it's whatever. A dealership can put that the motorcycle is $39,999. It doesn't even show up markup on it, meaning the Fast Johnny, if I remember right, I think it was like $33,999. I think. I mean, I can't even remember, $36,999, whatever it was, but they could technically just put on the showroom floor that it's 10 grand more, 5 grand more. They wouldn't have to show an ADM. So the car industry, they'll show a car for $49,999, and if they want to get $59,999 out of it, they have to put a sticker on there, ADM, adjusted dealer markup, showing you that you're paying more for this vehicle, and the dealer has to post that. A motorcycle dealership, they don't. They can put whatever price they want on the bike. You don't know unless you go to the dealers or go to the manufacturer's website. So it's a whole different ballgame. Wow. So when you're buying a motorcycle, when a new motorcycle at a dealership, if you don't do your research, you could get, I mean, you could be paying fake prices. And for me, I learned that last summer as well from another dealership I bought down there in Tennessee. The dealership down there in Tennessee, Wrecking Crew Harley, unbeknownst to me, they made their own prices up. I didn't know that existed. Yeah, so I was even stunned when I was looking at the price of these motorcycles, but they didn't even post the price of the motorcycle. You just ask them what the price is, and then we just tell you off the tip of their tongue, oh yeah, it's that price there. And then once they discounted $3,000 to the MSRP's, manufacturer's price, you thought you were getting the deal. And that's what I thought it happened to me last year when I bought that Street Glide. I thought those guys took an extra $3,000 off. No, they marked it up an extra $3,000. So there was no big deal down there. It's interesting. A lot of those people over there last Labor Day of last year, they're all gone. It's incredible how many Harley dealerships, even motorcycle dealerships, just in general, I've noticed here recently, a lot of people are gone. It's all new faces. Just incredible. Yeah, what's going on? So the fake news. I mean, you go to these dealerships and what is the story? Be so lucky you can still buy something. But yet you look out the parking lot and you see a lot of inventory, I guess. I don't know. I mean, I'm just not fixated on looking at dealer inventory every day of my life, even though the other day I did go to the Ford and kind of looked at the F-150 Lighting and the Mach-E, and it just seems like heavy inventory for a 50-mile radius. It's really incredible. The Ram TRX trucks, those things are not losing value. Wow. If you go and look up in this metropolitan DC area, 50-mile radius, the Ram TRX trucks, they're $100,000, $105,000 all day long. That Ram TRX truck, I mean, I guess this is the last year build. I don't know. I can honestly say that if this is the last Hellcat year, which it is for the cars, and it is for the truck, I can actually see why the Ram TRX is just holding incredible value. I mean, wow. In hindsight, I kind of wish I would have picked one up because I could have driven for 6 months, had some fun with it, and I could have sold it and probably sold it for more than I paid for it. Or not even take a loss. That's a deal. So the fake. I mean, more than ever, does anybody here just feel like it's so much information you're given is fake information, fake news? And yeah, and I know a lot of people are like, well, Trump started that back. Okay, well, whatever. That's the whole point is more than ever. So here's the thing. You read these articles about the future of electric vehicles, the future of the climate, and there's just so many articles out there that are calling out the fake statistics, the fake numbers. And that's what just irks so many people is that there's so many people heck bent on this green agenda. But the reality is the criteria that these environmentalists and these scientists are using, so many feel is fake information. And it's just a narrative. It's just an agenda that is driving this radical, fast-moving whole green agenda that's in every aspect of our life. Whether they just passed a gas stove bill, that they're going to ban gas stoves, I guess, in New York State. I'm not even really following all that stuff. But I mean, oh my gosh. I mean, just wow. And so you just all the things around us right now, you constantly have to you really have to evaluate what you're reading and watching and seeing, because in so many aspects you just feel like this just can't be. I mean, it just can't be. If you witness it, I mean, it gets deep, and I just don't really want to go down the political channel here per se, even though I throw out information, and I'm sure some be like, yeah, but you just want to hear about the cars and the trucks and everything else, right? So, and that's a whole nother story, is the liar, they call the F-150 Lighting. I saw an article about the liar F-150 Lighting. There's the fake news. Do you ever really get the range out of these electric vehicles? There's a whole nother argument that many of these automotive journalists are starting to bring to light, is you don't get the miles, the range that these manufacturers claim, like the F-150 Lightning. There's a whole article, it's a liar, Hair's on Fire, F-150 Lighting, doesn't get what Ford publishes is what it's going to get on your ranges. And I just talked about my Ford Power Boost. I swear that thing was supposed to get like 23 miles per gallon. I'd have to go pull the frickin' window sticker out. It's just too many cars, too many vehicles, too much information. But yeah, so in so many aspects, it's fake news. I mean, how many years ago was the running joke that Chevy or Dodge or Ford never published the real numbers of what their motors were making in the performance end? It was fake information to give them the upper hand of you really had a more powerful car than you realized. But they just didn't want the general community to know that. So they underestimated the numbers to make it fake numbers. Right? So, and then with China, I mean, who here believes anything that comes out of China? I mean, sincerely, who here believes anything that comes out of China? Or that it's fake? I mean, what was the biggest gripe? It's ongoing, but especially back in the 90s and 2000 years, of the fake quality of products that China made. That they stole proprietary information in manufacturing, and they would add elements to steel so it wasn't as strong. So the steel products coming out of China was borderline fake metal. That's why it was so cheap. And then they would take and they would make fake watches and fake phones. I mean, is China like the number one world economy governing body that probably has the most fake things going on? I mean, sincerely. I mean, every society and country has challenges, but I think many here could agree that China, don't you just look at China as just being so untrustworthy and just fake. Yeah, I mean, sincerely. So the fake news, the fake cars, and the fake message, and that's what somebody I think should be concerned about, rightfully so, is the future of these EV vehicles, the real driving agenda behind this. What is the real, message? I'm sure so many feel it's such a fake message that it's all about saving the world. It's not. It's more about control. It's more about dominance of knowing everything about you and the future of all of us being one or none. And the independence. I mean, there's so many things that go along with this that I'm just sure bug the heck out of people. That's why I say, what bugs you? Yeah, it's the fake message. It's literally, you're being told one thing, but you know deep down that there's a whole different agenda for all this. And this morning, I was just reading in great depth about this artificial intelligence. And it really is incredible on how what's really incredible to me right now is the media machine. The media machine in so many aspects. It's the fake media machine because it's all about distractions. Politicians are masters of distractions, masters of deception. Politicians circumvent their own. I mean, the list goes on and on. But the media machine is such the master of, borderline fake news or fake media, or more about distractions to have you focus on something else. And so now, what is the main focus of this country now? We're talking about a former sitting president. It's day in, day out. And then we're talking about Joe Biden having these bribe talks from 12 years ago. I mean, the list goes on and on and on and on and on about all this. And so the media's focal point has everybody fixated on these just certain little agendas that just divide all of us. Because if you love one guy and you hate the other guy, you just take the side. Doesn't matter whether it's fake news or real news. You're just going to take the side of the guy you like. That's where we are. It doesn't matter. If whatever each one of these individuals represent a different party, it doesn't matter what they did. At the end of the day, the person supports that party. They're not going to change their views. Yeah, I mean, do you believe this? 86% of the people will be more than happy to see Kamala Harris replace Joe Biden. Do you believe that number? I mean, is that a fake news? I mean, do you really believe that number that 80, the sitting party, I'm not talking about the general population. I'm saying the Democratic Party individual could have been 82% support Kamala Harris replacing Joe Biden. Do you believe that? I mean, for me, I'm like, wow. I mean, there's not somebody bigger and better than Kamala Harris out there replace Joe Biden. I mean, where's your standards? How low do you have to set your standards in life to continue to elect these political people that just don't have, in my eyes, the creativity and the leadership that we need? Doesn't matter which party. We need creative and leadership people that make sense to get rid of this fake society we're living in. Here's the most recent thing, the student debt loan. It's now 3 years, no payments. They're now getting concerned that the payments are going to come back in August. But this city administration's already said that they're going to fight the Supreme Court and delay it probably another year. So for all these students, they're going to probably get about 4 years. They'll probably be infinite. I'd have to say until you have change of administrations. Anybody has student loans, I really think you're not on the hook for a long time. And you may be blessed and they may just kick it to the curb eventually. I mean, heck, think this through. I'd be arguing all day long that the illegal immigrants are going to get paid $125 a day to stay in somebody's house. Yeah, New York City, the mayor of New York City, it's a fact. If you live in New York State and you have a house to rent out, you get paid $125 per illegal immigrant to live in your house. If you're a person that has a student, loan debt, that's probably 1 or 2 days worth of payments that would pay your student loan. Why can't they be using that money for that? For a sitting citizen that pays taxes that has a job, right? Instead, it's going to go to the illegals. Wow. Is that fake news? I mean, come on. So the whole point here is about the artificial intelligence is here we are distracted beyond distracted with all the media machine. Here's the thing. This NVIDIA, whatever you call, however you pronounce this company, that's a supercomputer conductor or semiconductor manufacturer for this artificial intelligence. It's been around. I mean, they were the key chip manufacturers for the Xbox and for the other PlayStation, for all the huge video game consoles and stuff. This is where this guy's company, this guy Jensen Hugon, I think's his name. I think he's a Korean guy or something. This guy founded this company, I guess close to 30 years ago, 20 plus years ago. And they're the number one killer of making this semiconductor chip that can handle the artificial intelligence at levels never ever seen. And they're a sought after chip manufacturer worldwide. They buddied up with Taiwan Semi Manufacturing Company, TSMC or whatever it is. And so anyways, if you read about this company that's exploded, and they're now on the radar screen because everybody and their brother wants their semiconductor super chips, but you can't get them. It's a 6-month, 8-month waiting process right now. But they're 80% of the market. And who's their biggest client? Bill Gates. Microsoft. Yeah, 365 Office. The new Microsoft Office 365. It's going to be huge artificial intelligence. Huge. And Sam Altman, who's, OpenAI, who, for the record, this guy Jensen Huggins claims that he gave Sam Altman and Elon Musk in 2016 the first real incredible semiconductor chips to run this artificial intelligence. And so Sam Altman, he had but no choice to buddy up with Bill Gates because he just didn't have the infrastructure of the computer, the servers to handle this type of technology. So Sam Altman and Bill Gates, but Bill Gates is no longer running Microsoft because he got called out for an affair. He got called out for meeting with Jeffrey Epstein. Who the heck knows what that's all about? So some lady or somebody else is now running Microsoft, and the key artificial intelligence, Microsoft 365, that's, a whole different division. That's a key individual that works with Altman. It's something like Nita or something like that. I can't remember the person's name. But anyways, so Bill Gates is dumping hundreds of millions of dollars into artificial intelligence, with Sam Altman being a key component to help navigate this technology. But here's the thing. Bill Gates just flew to China. Is anybody thinking this through? Bill Gates just flew to China. He met with, what is it, ZI? Is it XI? Is it ZI, the dictator of communist China? And they're butting up with each other, and the pitch is about world health, blah, blah, blah. Are you kidding me? Bill Gates is the messenger, is the negotiator. He's opening the door up for China to get this artificial intelligence. Anybody figure this stuff out? It's beyond believable. Microsoft Office has 400 million users. And Bill Gates and Microsoft and Sam Altman and the artificial intelligence is going to be incorporated into all the computers you buy now from Microsoft. And where is this all going? Oh my gosh. Wow. I mean, if anybody starts really thinking this through on how Bill Gates right now, I guarantee you, is negotiating something with ZI in China because ZI wants his technology. And it's all cloud-based. So there's no doubt in my mind that behind the scenes, China is going to just be, oh my gosh, China America. It is happening faster than anybody realizes. And the likes of Bill Gates and these other, select few incredibly rich people are navigating the waters to totally open the doors to China ruling this country. And I think people will be like, oh man, are you kidding me? We're witnessing our own democracy. Do you even call it democracy? We're witnessing our own country where the lawless cities are growing by leaps and bounds. We're witnessing where the rights of criminals are more looked at better than for our average citizen. That if you're as citizens of this country are now frowned upon and the criminals are borderline praised. I mean, wow. And then you hear about the teachings. I mean, I talk about it all the time on my channel. There's nothing new that I'm sending a message this morning about the concerns of where we're going. But this artificial intelligence, oh my gosh, 100 million users signed up for AI, OpenAI, in like 2 months' time, 3 months' time. So it's growing by leaps and bounds. What I think is so interesting about this artificial intelligence, you are training your computer to know you better than you know yourself. And I think it's going to be classic when this artificial intelligence, in so many ways it's already happened, is going to disclose who you are to all your friends by sending an email that's going to share with all the websites you visit, all the dirty little things you may be doing that aren't so nice, all the little comments that you may make can be heard through your computer. I mean, we're talking about spies. The artificial intelligence is going to be the spy of the spy ever in mankind's history. And as you speak in front of your computer, the artificial intelligence is going to record everything you say. And then by accident one day, it's going to share with how you talked about your friend or your spouse or your neighbor or your boss in a very not very likable way. And it's going to email that person or send a message to that person of the conversation you had. I can't wait to hear these stories. I can't wait to hear these stories. That down the road, this artificial intelligence is going to circumvent so many people, where you're going to have a friend going, "Oh my gosh, I was really upset with my spouse or my mother-in-law or my friend or whoever it may be, or my salesman or my customer, and I really went off on it and I shouldn't have done that. And my freaking artificial intelligence texted this person when I said about them." Oh, the bribes! The artificial intelligence will be bribing you to behave. Does this sound far-fetched? Does this sound like fake information? Fake news? You're going to drive your car, and it's going to call the police as you're driving. You're going 100 miles an hour down the road. It's going to call the police when you just flicked off the guy and you were rude to others on the road. I mean, the list goes. It's going to call the police when you got your guns in the back seat and your drug paraphernalia and whatever else you may have. It's going to call you out and have the police track you down. I mean, this is where it's all going. If people think it is, especially if China gets control of this stuff. It's going to be the biggest control ever in our lifetimes. That artificial intelligence is going to be the police officer, and your parole officer more than ever in your lifetime. It's going to be unbelievable what's going to start to prevail with this artificial intelligence. And I get it. The artificial intelligence is going to create the Las Vegas alien landing in somebody's backyard with the video of the artificial intelligence showing you how there's actually aliens here, but they created that nice little video for you, just like Bigfoot, right? And a Loch Ness Monster. I mean, has anybody caught Bigfoot yet? When I was growing up, that was a big talk, Bigfoot. Where's Bigfoot out there in California? Have you caught him yet? Have you seen the sighting, seen the pictures? Loch Ness Monster? So artificial intelligence, you talk about fake. You talk about we're going to start having to try to figure out what's real and fake. Oh, we haven't even seen it. We're just getting primed right now. We're just getting primed for what we're not even able to probably decipher and handle, the future of fake information, all created by artificial intelligence. Wow. And Bill Gates is over in China, just hanging out, talking to the ZI man about making the world a better place, right? Uh-huh. Yeah, wow. Beyond unbelievable. This country's asleep because the media machine has everybody fixated on. On Twitter, there's these two brothers, and all they talk about all day long is Donald Trump and the files and the borderline, the hate of the Republican Party. And I mean, it goes on, and that's all they do. They post all the, these guys, these two brothers, how do they even have a job? All they do is talk among themselves and post these things that turn into lengthy debates all day long. That's all they do. So it's the distractions. It's the distractions to the max. The media machine is distracting so many people to the max on just certain focal points. Well, there's so much other bad that's happening in our country. And there's a bigger, worse thing, I think, really coming in so many aspects that people are just oblivious to what's coming to us in so many ways. But you're just constantly focused on these little piddly freaking things that are driving you nuts because you watch a freaking media machine. Wow. And to me, you just go through the list of the Tucker Carlson, the Dan Bongino, the MSNBC, the Fox News. I mean, it's just like, the narrative is the hate. And I guess to get popular, or you just have to drive a channel or media thing of just the hate, where you get people riled up, where they just hate other people, where you just talk about the hate, the hate, the hate. I guess that's how you make your money in this world, because if you look at all these media, you know, they just create aggravation. When you watch their channels, it's just a constant hate the others, call out the others. Yeah. Hey, wait a second. Is that my channel? Hey, everybody. Thanks for watching. Appreciate everybody's support. And share the channel. Let others hear the views and ideas. And sincerely, I don't want to drive hate through my channel. What I want to drive is awareness. That's all I'm doing. I'm just saying, hey, everybody, what do you see? This is what I see. And hopefully we're all on the same page. Or maybe I'm just delusional, and I just need to go buy another car to keep my delusional fake life continue on, right? Hey, everybody, thanks for watching. Appreciate the support. And hope everybody has a great Friday. And it's Juneteenth, or whatever the heck it is, on Monday. That's all another holiday for us that's been different, right? Yeah, we all know that story, right? So God bless, stay safe, stay tuned for the adventures.